There we go. I'm waiting for some people to.
All right, so this is good. This is a good place.
Yeah, a little higher. Yeah, a little more. There you go.
Right in front of my fucking face.
Okay, we're live right now, so let me get out of this menu here, and then I'll start getting this going here.
Here, how's this? Wait.
Down more.
Down more. Wait, I'm gonna move this back more.
Yeah, I'll let you know what position to go.
How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. You can see it. All right, so we got. It looks like we got people joining. Hold on a second.
Wait, let me grab a fucking chair.
Hold on a second. Okay, we gotta get this.
That's good.
People joining. Hold on a second.
Sure. Fucking chair.
All right, yeah, we're live, David. We got people. You might want to bring it up a little bit.
How's that?
Yeah, that's better. That picture, that's David Oman, guys. He's trying. We're trying to line up.
Hello. David Oman House.
He's actually using the webcam.
Electronically, the spirits will make it go wrong electronically. We've had 2 webcams that have failed. We've had the computer and the big screen fail. We've had the laptop fail. It's been just ghost action 101. Just like, want that to work? You're not going to get it to work. Not today. It's not going to work. We're going to whack on your ass. I swear to God. It's just like, it's you. You're not going to get that electronics to work. We're going to make it tough as shit for you today. It's like,
you need to raise up your camera a little bit so you can see your mug shot.
oh, my mug?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Okay, sit down. There you go. We got you.
Like I was saying, it's the computer, everything that's going on, it goes like, you're on live? Screw you! You're done. No computer action for you. It's been,
all right, let me ask everybody first if they can see you. Hold on a second.
well, now they can't because I'm not there.
Yeah, I know that.
But you can see a chair if they care. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Let me get my Ouija board planchette table. And yes, I do have a Ouija board planchette. Look, I'm serious talking about this when I say I got a Ouija board planchette table.
Okay, wait a minute. Someone's saying there's sound issues. How is there sound issues? Wait a minute. Hold
Look
on.
at that.
Hey, can you guys let me know if you can see his cam? Let me know if you can see his camera.
Can you see this?
Oh yeah, the Ouija board.
This is the planchette. This is a table, for real. My friend, an artist, made this for me. And I've got a 6 foot by 9 foot rug with the Ouija board layout.
Hey guys, we're gonna get started in a few. David's trying to get situated here. We have some we have some technical difficulties, but he's getting things rolling.
The ghosts are playing with us. What do you want? But not to do a haunted house. Never turn back to the audience. Oh well.
Yeah, it's all good.
What did you expect?
So anyways, guys,
It's ready to get out of the air.
I want to thank everybody for showing up. As you guys know, we are going to the David Oman House. He was nice enough to invite us for this event Saturday, which he does this periodically at his house, and it's the shit. So anyways, this is David Oman himself, and this is going to be an interview with him, and he's going to show you some stuff and kind of tell his story behind the house that he built, which was built in 1999, and it's 150 feet from the Sharon Tate murders, which occurred in 1969, August 9th, 1969. So, and there's a lot of energy in this house, guys. It's no joke. And he'll tell you all about it. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give him the mic, and he's going to show you some stuff and kind of go tell his story. That's what he's going to do. So, David, go for it, man. It's all yours, buddy.
Hi, welcome to the Oman House. My name is David Oman. As was told to you by Joe, I built this house, started in 1999 with my father, and we finished this house in 2000. It sits about 150 feet down the private driveway from where Sharon Tate's house once stood. And yes, we're talking about the Tate murders that took place at about 12:15, anywhere between about 11:55 and 12:20 in the morning of August 9th, 1969. You'll be hearing a lot more about the Sharon Tate murders this year as there are 3 motion pictures being released, and then of course my own movie, House at the End of the Drive, which we're going to be releasing this year sometime later on in 2019. I'm going to show you some photographs of the Sharon Tate murders of the driveway, and none of the pictures of the victims. I'm sorry, out of respect for those who died at the end of the street, I don't engage in showing and discussing the details of the murders as far as that, with the gore and the complicity. It's just disrespectful, and I'm sure you're going to see plenty of those pictures over the next several months, leading up to the movies out there about Sharon Tate. This year, is this about right, Joe?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly.
Great. This is a picture from 1969 of the driveway, and you can see the 2 houses leading up to the end of the driveway. And let me just say, these are the 2 houses, and this is where Sharon's house was right here. Wow. This is where my house sits right now. But on the day of the murders, these were the only 2 houses here besides Sharon's. And as the story goes, the marching orders to the killer kids were to go to this house afterwards and kill everybody here, and go to this house after that and kill everybody there. But as we all know, that didn't take place. As they said, the murderers said they were tired. This is a famous photograph of the end of the driveway, the police, and you can see in the foreground Stephen Parent's car and the Porsche and the Camaro that were Jay Sebring's and Sharon Tate's cars in the back in the driveway.
Hey, David, can you tilt that picture down a little bit more? Tilt it downward so the glare, there's glare on it.
How's that?
Yeah, now raise it up. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect shot right there.
All right, I'll do that from now on with the rest of the pictures. This is another aerial shot from the, I think this is the Los Angeles Times that had a photograph taken with a helicopter. And you can see where my house is right here where my finger is.
Oh, wow.
And it gives you an idea, because each one of these lots is 50 feet, or 48 feet. So there's 1, 2, 3 houses, and there's Sharon's is right there. And there's Stephen Parent's car. And I'll show you one last picture. There's another aerial shot of the house. Now, I want to set this record straight. There's a lot of misnomers and a lot of falsehoods and lies. I'll use the word liberally, lies about my house and the paranormal activity here. Somewhere along the line, some people have said that the house was built on top of the property of Sharon's house stood. That is not true. It literally is about, like I said, 150 feet down the driveway from where the house stood. Secondly, most importantly, my house is not built on ceremonial Native American burial grounds. Mr. Zach, I lie a lot, Baggins, he lied about what I said. The story goes like this. Lisa Williams came here probably about 2006 or 7 after the airing of the Ghost Hunter show. And she said, I want to see your house. I'm very interested. It's like, fine, come on up. And I'll have to give her credit. She's one of the very few, and there is a very few group of people that are in the paranormal field on television that have openly and enthusiastically requested and asked to come and see the house without a lot of pride. They literally said, I want to see the house. I was like, sure. This includes Jason Gates from The Haunted Collector, Danny Workman from The Haunted Highway. James Von Prague was here with Larry King Live. Lisa Williams. Let's see, Jackie Barrett from America's Psychic Challenge. But the others, a lot of people have been invited, like Josh Gates, and have never come up here. And they live in Los Angeles, and this is their field of interest. So, back to Zach and the lie about the house. So Lisa Williams came here and went to this house, came in, and she said, oh God. She goes, your house has got lots of activity. I said, she goes, oh my gosh, because she's looking in where we are right now. And she's about 15 feet over to the entrance. And she goes, oh my God, you have a big party in your bar. And I'm like squinting, looking, going, I don't see anything, Lisa. And she goes, oh no, there's Sharon and there's Jay and there's Rudolph Valentino. And I'm going, I don't see a damn thing. And then she says, there's some Native Americans there. And I'm like, I really don't see any of this. And she goes, oh, they want me to tell you that they really appreciate you letting them stay here. And, oh yeah, she also said there's some other people who I don't recognize that are there. And I said, what? She goes, they're telling me to tell you that they really appreciate you allowing them to stay here. And I'm like, okay. And then I thought about it. It dawned upon me that I had just recently been to the LAPD some months earlier to look at some photographs of what was here or found here on the property after the murders. Were there any bloody rags or bloody clothes that were left here on the property, which was just a vacant hillside? And I wanted to see. So I spent a couple of days at the LAPD doing reviews of the photographs, and I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. It's like, geez, really? So Lisa said to me, well, they want you to, I said, I saw the way the murders went down. And I said, I thought about saying, far be it for me to add insult to injury. Those who died, the 5 people who died, and Sharon's unborn son, at the end of the driveway, died a most horrific, agonizing, painful death. And I said, well, far be it for me to add insult to injury to those who had an incredibly excruciating death. And I said, I don't really want to be an asshole, to put it bluntly, to add, problems to their life. And I said, I don't know about the rest of them, but so far as I know, living here, I haven't had many problems with them, and I don't find it an issue, to be honest with you. And then I remember saying to her, I said, furthermore, last I checked, we're all going to perish from this earth at some point. No one lives forever, as famously was said. No one here gets out alive, as Jim Morrison said. And I said, so I'm counting the thought that when I die, I don't want to go to the other side and be greeted by a bunch of unruly, unsightly spirits saying, hey, there's that son of a bitch David Oman. Remember when he kicked us out of his house? That stupid bastard's going to pay now and have my ass kicked around for eternity by a bunch of spirits right pissed off some years earlier when I was kicking him out of my house. So she laughed, and she goes, what's a very, very novel approach, and I really think that they said, because no, that's what they appreciate about you, is the fact that you think beyond what you know. I said, okay. So Lisa went downstairs into the open wall room, which I don't know if any of you know, but the house is built on a hillside. So the slope of the hill comes like this. Well, you lack a better rope. Son of a bitch, I'll show you. No. I'll show you in pictures. This is a picture of the glide of the hillside, where my house is, which is right here. This is joint construction. Is that a good?
Oh, wow.
This, so you can see it. That's where it is. So the street level is right there, and you can see the second floor is here, and the third floor will be here, which I will show you. Here's another shot. This is when we bought the lot, and this is after we cleaned up the hillside. So as you go down, you understand the hillside goes like this. So you basically have your first floor is across the street, second floor is here, and the third floor is here. Well, on the third floor, there's a section of earth that was left unturned. We were going to put the air conditioning heating unit there. And what happened was we decided not to basically cover the earth, but put a wall up like that, and I had an argument about wanting to turn the third level into an apartment. And I said, no. He says, well, then we're not going to go any further and finish the rest of the kitchenette. Because you can pay for that when you finish, when you live here, and your own time you can put in a kitchenette. So basically, at the time, he said, fine, leave it alone. I said, I'm not going to sit there and touch it because I'm not going to put a goddamn wall in it either. In effect, to just not finish it. I said, okay, fine, I'll leave it like that. And through the years, when I took Lisa Williams down there, she looked up on the Mound of Earth and she said, do you know there's a Native American and his horse who are interred in this Mound of Earth here? And I'm like, I had no idea. And she goes, oh yeah, he's over there in the corner, and he's telling me this story of what happened. I said, well, one of those 7 centuries ago, he was riding his horse across what is now the driveway, which was a horse path. The horse, for some reason, lost its footing and tumbled down the hillside. And she said, you know, there were trees here, and the horse traveled some 50 feet down the slope of the hill and was stopped by the trees. As both the horse and the rider are tumbling down the hill, both of them broke bones in their neck and basically vertebrae in their spines, and both died. So,
wow.
Again, what she's saying is that he was riding here, which is this street now, where the horse path, rolled down the hillside here and died, and his remains were left there. And through the years, they were covered through the mudslides over and over, and the earth covered the remains.
Wow. Damn.
So that's what she said. Yeah, I hope my dog's not here. We can't see Reggie good. He's looking at you like, what the hell is that? And here's my dog Fiona. So what happened is I didn't tell anybody the story of what Lisa Williams had experienced here. And I dawned upon me saying, you know something? Let's play this out and see what happens. If I don't tell whoever comes in the house about what Lisa said, since it wasn't recorded on television and it was never broadcast, and nobody knows the story except for me, I said, I've got a secret under my hat. And let's just say Lisa's right. Well, theoretically, what if other people start sensing the same thing? I said, this is going to be interesting. So I do believe that, I'm trying to think of who came in there. Some psychic came in there and said, you know, I feel a Native American presence in this room. And I said, can you go into more detail? And they said, yeah, something about him and his horse. So I'm like, so I don't get any confirmation. I said, okay, cool. And through the years, different psychics came in. Marianne Winkowski picked it up. That's the Real Life Ghost Whisperer. Trying to think of who else. Chris Fleming picked it up. All these different psychics, Von Cogs picked it up. And what was interesting is that certain psychics would go in there and would be chill. It's okay, they pick up the Native American, they're communicating with them, fine. Other psychics would go in there and be like, oh my God, there's a Native American here. I gotta get out of here. This is just too intense for me. James Von Cog, when we were shooting the Larry King Live episode here, for Shirley MacLaine, had a terrible time of it in that room. It was really so intense for him. It was just like, say, I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here. Let's get out. I just walked right out of there after 10 seconds. It was just so intense. And it's interesting. It's really interesting. And what happened is all the different shows had gone through there, and I didn't say a word. All the different psychics had told her the same thing, and I just kept it under wraps. Finally, when I was on the Ghost Adventure show, when they shot it 4 or 5 years ago, I told Zach the story. I said, Lisa Williams told me the story. And I said, I guess now I might as well just put it out there. And I told him what happened. And Zach turns around, and in some way, shape, or form, he embellished my story.
Oh, wow.
One Native American on one horse that fell accidentally and died on the mountain, on the hillside. They were buried through the years. It turned into a Native American ceremonial burial ground.
Wow.
And I'm watching the episode. I have like 25 friends here. We're watching it when it aired. And my friend said, David, you didn't tell us your house was built on a cemetery. And it's like, it's not built on a cemetery. I said, Native American, Mormon, Jewish, Catholic, Protestant, it's no cemetery, it's the side of a hill. I said, what the hell? I said, did he really say that? And I started laughing. I said, oh my God. He's saying that my house is built on a cemetery for Native Americans. And it's like, oh boy, this is nuts. And the problem is that, first of all, it's making a statement that's so flat out bullshit. But beyond that, it would also could lead to problems if it was even remotely true with the Native American cultural societies coming over here and saying, you want to dig to see if there are Native American bones in your hillside and see if this is true, if the house is built on a cemetery. Because, you know, and I said, well, but it's not. And they would say, because you're right. Why would our ancestors pick this spot of land on a hillside so remote to bury the dead, which it makes no sense, because how would we go to revere them when we wanted to, you know, interact with their spirits? Because this is just not their practice. Because it's not like we lived in Chaco Canyon and we lived inside the mountains and dug into the walls on the hills. Because that's not the case. And I talked to the Tonga tribe with the representatives. They goes, no, we wouldn't live on the hillside of the hill. Goes, were you nuts? So it's just more storytelling that this guy made up to make the drama about my house more heightened, because he could not deal with the activity that he experienced here. Look, I watched that show recently, a couple nights ago with some friends, and we were watching, and they said, you see where it says 3-something in the morning? I said, that's bullshit. See where it says 5 in the morning? That's also bullshit. And they said, why do you say that? I said, because it was supposed to be a 6-hour lockdown that started at 9 o'clock. It was going to go from 9 to 3 in the morning, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. And when they started it, all the equipment failed. So they spent an hour from 9 to 10 getting the equipment, all the batteries recharged, and checking up on all the equipment that just went completely kaput. And what happened was they started at 10 o'clock, and they're going to go to 10 till 4. But they ran into so much more than they anticipated, expected, or had ever experienced anywhere else, that literally what happened in that whole episode took place in all of 3 hours. And there's tons of footage that didn't get to air that you might find on their YouTube clips. Some of my friends were on there. There were some clips that never even made it anywhere. Wow. Didn't see any extras or anything that of stuff that I heard that they said. Because Jay Wazzy says, David, listen to this. And I'm like, what the hell? I said, what's that? I said, where's this mic? He goes, it's at the bottom of the stairwell. And he goes, how come I recorded the sound of footsteps going punch, punch, punch? You have carpet down there. I said, yeah, I do. I said, but I also have cats. I said, so when we tore the original carpet up, and I noticed the splotches of the pee stains, and I asked the carpet guy, I said, what happened? He goes, that's where your cat took a leak in the gosh darn carpet. I said, what'll prevent that? He goes, well, you got to have a vapor barrier between the carpet, the backing of the carpet, and the padding. I said, what do you mean? He goes, once that carpet gets pissed on, it goes through the carpet, through the backing, and into the padding, and you're dead. I said, yeah. He goes, go get yourself some 5mm thick plastic, put it down between the padding and the backing. Put it down all across this whole area where you can see where the stains are. Because then it'll prevent the pee from going through the carpet, through the backing, and into the padding. Because then it'll stay there, and you'll be able to suck it out with a gosh darn steam vacuum. It's like, okay, so as a result, when you walk across the floor of the carpet there's an area there, about a 6 foot by 5 foot section, where it goes crunch, crunch, crunch. And you can hear it because it's the plastic hitting the backing of the carpet. So he gives me the thing, and you can hear it on the episode, and you hear footsteps walking across the plastic carpet where the plastic is. And it's like, but he says to me, he goes, Dave, listen to this. I said, what's that? And I put the headphones in my ear, and I hear this sound go, woof, woof. And I looked at Wazzy, and I said, that's bullshit. I said, who's in the house? He goes, no. I said, when did you record? He goes, 10 seconds ago. I said, you mean when you just said, guys, come here? He goes, yeah, you just heard, I heard it live. I reacted. I told you guys. I goes, what when? I goes, the whole crew was there up top in the garage. And I'm like, I said, so you got a ghost with a sense of humor? He goes, I'm telling you, that's sorry. He goes, that's the mic that's at the bottom of the stairwell. The same when you heard the scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And I can't tell you, hold on, shut it. Who it is that's down there, but it is not a human being. And I was like blown away, going, that's crazy. I said, I don't believe it. I got a ghost with a sense of humor here visiting. You stop it. The other thing is that regardless of what people have said on the 6 TV shows in the U.S. that I've been on,
yeah,
about this only being exclusively, well, they promoted it as exclusively the Sharon Tate haunting, where in fact the house is much more dynamic than that. And what I mean by that is that even had the murders not taken place here, down the street that is, the house would still be extremely active, paranormally speaking.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, by that is when Dr. Barry Tapp was here some 15 years ago, and I have blow-ups of his reports. And I can read you some of the things he wrote so that, you know, no matter what he says now or on these TV shows, in my hands are the original reports drafted at the time. So if somebody wants to sit there and lay claim of Barry Tapp said, it's like, yeah. I said, here's what Barry Tapp said then, before television, before any shows were accurate, and this, my dear friends, is the benchmark of all the facts about the house, according to Barry Tapp. Anything that's on television now, interviews with Barry now about it, can conflagrate and confabulate what he's saying about the house and what my story is about the house, and which it's always been, which is consistently that the house is active and it's visited by many spirits. But he can change the story, but as the old saying goes, the facts trump the bullshit. And the facts are the reports that I have from him from back in the day, before anybody came out and before he got in a situation where he's now doing television shows and changing the story. So if you like, I can read you some of the stuff that Dr. Tapp had written down there about the house. And, you know, I'll read this. Omens, Yellow House Anomalies, Paranormal, Disembodied Voices and Footsteps, Luminous Orbs, Apparitions of J.C. Ring, Sharon Tate, Abigail Folger. Apports, that's when an object will go from one room to another part of the house being moved by an unseen force. People being touched, grabbed, shoved, and hair pulled. Wow. Physical disorientation, psychokinetic displays, objects thrown at people. Geophysical, ambient DC low to frequency magnetic field throughout the entire house ranges from 4 milligauss to 100 milligauss, where normal is under 2 milligauss. Compasses, analog or digital, behave oddly in that they point anywhere other than north. At the front door, needles point to the southeast or south rather than north. At the rear stairwell, some odd bearings occur, as they do in several bedrooms, bathrooms, and in the open wall room, where the compass spins like a top in one corner. Geomagnetic reads up to 1700 milligauss. Normal is anywhere between 3 and 500 milligauss. And these are DC fields, not alternating current being affected by the electricity in the house.
Wow.
At rear stairwell, while at the front door, it drops to 0 and then abruptly reverses polarity several hundred points. During the approach of an electrical storm, the geomagnetometer reached at the upper end of its range of 2 Gauss and then overranged. The electrogeomagnetometer read a full 5 Gauss. Again, normal is between 3 and 500 milligauss. At the same time, DC to low frequency electric fields in the house ranged to well over 2 kilovolts per meter, where normal is well below 20 to 30 volts per meter. When positive ions from San Diego winds crossed the house's boundaries, they turned into negative ions.
Jesus.
And then the last thing he's got written down is physical effects, symptoms displayed by approximately 67% of the visitors. This I have a little bit of issue with, but I'll read it up anyway since I'm just reading what he's got written down here. Anxiety, irritability, pressure in and around the head, fatigue, sinus pain, joint pain, neck pain, back pain, stomach pain, nausea, vertigo, ears feeling stuck, disorientation, violent nightmares. I apologize for my dog's whining, or whinings. So this is the other last thing. I don't want to read this whole thing. It's dry, boring as all hell. But the fact of the matter is, these pieces of documented, let's just say, scientific reports of Dr. Taft's speak volumes. And I know them, and I have them, and they're accessible. And I'm going to make use of them in my own documentary about the house so that people can see the truth and not the hype and the bullshit and the drama that others have, how should you say, perpetuated to promote their own interesting agenda, if you want to call it that. And also, like I said, just tell the real story of the house, all the way from construction through, present day.
Okay. What's your worst experience there that happened to you in that house? The worst.
It's there's no such thing as the worst. I think I personally think that 99.9% of paranormal activity that occurs is the after effects. Let me just clear this up. 99.9% of the paranormal activity after effects, or the side effects, felt or believed to be experienced by the recipients, is about their personal perception of the experience.
Right.
Meaning that there's a different type of response to the paranormal. There are three basic responses to any and all situations. And what I mean by is basic instincts, human instincts. There are three responses: the stupid response, the fearful response, the curious response. Each one has their own example. The example of the stupid response: there's a fire in the middle of the forest, and the stupid person does this. Oh, well, what the hell is that? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Holy shit, that's hot! Ow, that's really hot! Oh, God! What was I thinking? I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. Oh, God! It's the fearful response. What is that? I sign my shoe. What is that? Whoa, it's attacking me! It's gonna hurt me! It's trying to get me! Oh shit! It hasn't moved in. But in that person's fear response, fight or flight response, it's panic, it's drama, it's irrational, it's completely debauched. It has no rational dealing with the situation. It's creating in his mind this fear that the flames are leaping up and it's attacking him. It's growing bigger, it's getting larger. It's about the perception of fear, where fear takes over rational dealings and rational, the rational response is thrown away. It doesn't exist, it's gone. It's been dismissed, it's been gone, it's been shut away. Then there's the curious response. Shut that off. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, I'm smart enough that if it's warm at this distance, that's what I thought. If I get closer, it's going to get hotter. Shut it. On the air, and no one wants to hear you talk. And it's like, all right, it's warm and it's very, 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 very hot as I get closer. So I'm going to be respectful of it. and he'll deal with it from the rational place. So he'll deal with it. He won't go off the deep end and lose his marbles, so to speak, and go to, you know, to piss, to shit, so to speak, to pieces. He'll deal with it. And he'll go, okay, that's what I'm saying to you. There's really nothing else. It's like, what else? What other responses are there in human nature? None. Those are the three. So when it comes to the paranormal, it's about what is your response to the action of what you're watching and witnessing. Do you freak out and go, like Casper the Friendly Ghost? Or do you sit there and go, amazing, what? Can you hear me? You know, you try to interact with it at a respectful distance. You don't sit there and go, oh, hi, hey, Ghost, what are you doing? And walk right through it and then blow it apart. You know, and you don't go, oh shit, the ghost is gonna hurt me. How many times have you heard the person say in the video, it's trying to hurt me? And all it's doing there is the apparition is manifesting right there, and it's just standing there. And these people are having the reaction that is totally unrelated to the incident, but because of their perception and because of the creation in their mind of the fear from a place of fear, that what they're experiencing is a threat to them when there is no such threat. There's nothing there, that it's like traumatizing them and making them lose their shit.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, and I've seen only one apparition in my life, and that was here, and that was one of the victims of the murders, which was Jay Sebring, and he was pointing, at the time, as I thought, he was pointing towards the driveway going down the hill. He was pointing towards the property next door that was 7 years before the construction on the house next door began.
Wow. That's amazing.
So he wasn't, and at the time, I was dealing with the fact that my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and she was, you know, ill. I didn't know if she was going to live or she was going to die. My girlfriend at the time was a flight attendant who was flying American Airlines through the, is it United Airlines? I forget, it was United or American, but it was United, and she was flying through Europe at the time, and I was concerned about her health and well-being. And when the apparition came, I thought he might have been an emissary there to tell me that my mom had died, or two, my girlfriend was injured or hurt somewhere over Europe flying. So I didn't know. So my response was just like, what are you here to tell me? What's going on? And he didn't say a word. He just kept on making a quarter turn towards the property next door and then vanished. And I had objects thrown, objects that have moved from one room to the other, like the chair that was in this room that slid across the floor to the other part of the walkway between the stairwell and the kitchen. I mean, just crazy stuff, but nothing more than, as I like to call it, parlor tricks to, like, how should I say, communicate that their presence, that they're here. What they're communicating is, I don't know specifically, but I almost feel like sometimes some of the spirits are unable to vocalize and to make verbal comments and talk that we can hear. So instead of communicating by that, they might do something like that, like just move an object. And it's like, okay, I saw that. That's cool. So you're here. I know you're here because I saw your activity. What's going on? I don't hear like, okay, cool. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I see it. I got it. Now, after a while, you know, it's like, oh, I see you did that. How many more times are you going to keep doing the same thing? I'm like saying, all right, turn the faucet on. Oh, you turn the faucet on. That's, you know, I mean, there have been things that have happened here to other people, and I've been pissed off that I wasn't lucky or fortunate enough to be the one that they turned the faucets on the first time. I was like, you turned the faucets on for my friend Adam. It freaked him out. He ran out of the house. I said, what about me? When do I get the chance to see this shit happen? And yeah, it actually happened for me about 5 years ago now. About 3.5, 4 years after my friend Adam had the experience. And I was like, that's so cool. I said, but by the way, spirits, I love it. I think I applaud you. I think it was a great job of turning the faucets on for me. But California's in a drought. And this is a couple of years ago. I said, so do me a favor. Lay off the water gag. It's not a good idea. I said, I can't afford the bills, so don't do that. I said, do you want to open up a closet door in front of me or a bedroom door? I said, I know you blocked the door to the bathroom in here. And I said, I know you get a kick out of that, but can we do something else besides, you know, something new and interesting? So that's how I treat it. I'm always encouraging the spirits to do things, to let me know that they're there. If they want to communicate verbally and vocalize, I'm happy to hear it. Sometimes they do, and it's kind of like, you really said that? So who are you referring to? Because you didn't say it in the singular, you said it in the plural. And I mean, that's an example of one time I was in my office right before an investigation a few years ago, and I decided to play around to loosen up to do a little karaoke. And I was reviewing the footage, and I said, I have to start it over again? I said, damn it. And then over my, as I'm rewinding and watching the footage, you hear the spirit say, and it's on YouTube. You can look it up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/David Oman. And I think it's probably the second row of videos. And it says that. And I said, okay, so who are you talking to? I know you said effing pricks, but I'm here alone right now. Who are you referring to? It was in the plural. You didn't say effing prick. I said, all right, that's me. I find you feel that way, good. But who are you talking about then if it's not me? And that's how I never felt threatened or bothered. I always had a certain respect and a certain interest and a cohabitation. I started to realize that the more I travel around, the more I start to realize that this place is just one anomaly of activity. As Lisa Williams said, this house is like a giant ghost blockhouse. And you have a revolving door at the front. When people come in, the spirits are with each and every person that walks in here, hits this environment. It's like a day at the beach for the spirits. And I'm like, really? Just, oh yeah, you've got resident spirits that hang here quite often. Then you have spirits in the area that find this place and pop in here. Then you've got spirits that come in with the people that come into the house, and they go back out with the people at the house. But while they're here, they derive their energies off of the ambient energies in the house. So right. The spirits come here, they don't, as the example I love to use is in Ghost, with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. The mentor spirits said to them, he goes, you got to focus your energy on that thing, that object, and focus it all the way to that one point and make it happen. Well, in here, according to what we read with Dr. Barry Taft, this environment is kind of like a nurturing environment where the energies are so elevated. When these spirits come in here, they can derive their energy off of what's here in the house. I was just going to say I wanted to put up the figurines, but you guys can't see them, so it doesn't matter. I won't waste the time. But I did figurines. I have this 180-gallon aquarium. And I've have now for the past 11 years, have been having them knock over the figurines on a regular basis. And I saw the video. Pardon? I saw the video of those figurines coming off the shelf. That was amazing. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that's the canopy on top of the 180-gallon aquarium. And the aquarium, I put them up, I think, 12 years ago on Halloween. And literally, they've been sitting up there, never been moved. And 3 o'clock in March, I think it was March 2008, I come back from the vet, and my cat was diagnosed, my 17, 18-year-old cat was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. And the doctor said that according to the x-rays, there's nothing left in her lungs. They're all obliterated. When she starts to go down, bring her in, we'll put her to sleep. I said, okay, so I got home about 2 o'clock, and at the stroke of 3 in the afternoon, the first Beetlejuice figurine gets knocked over. And I remember, because I was in the kitchen, in the dining room, just sitting there, thinking, oh, my poor sweet Tess, I can't believe it, it's the end of your life type of thing. And the figurine got knocked over. And I said, what the hell does that sound? So I came in and I said, what the hell? So that's the first time that's ever happened. And it was an omen, because literally 12 hours later, I was woken up at 3 in the morning with the sound of my cat, Tess, coughing. And as I later found out, she wasn't coughing. She was basically taking her last breaths. And she died on the bed right next to me at 3 o'clock on the nose. And I forgot how many days later it was when I made the connection between the figurine getting knocked over at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 hours before she died for the first time. And the spirits basically utilizing the figurines as it later became. It was only the one big Beetlejuice figurine, and I'll show you which one that is. This one.
Oh yeah, I saw that in a video.
And then it started, they were literally knocking him, they knocked him off, and he didn't even get knocked over so much as he was knocked up thrown, because he ended up on the floor. And literally at the base of the fish tank, there used to be, before I had the floor resurfaced, a patchwork of scuff marks from these figurines, from the heels, from the edges, black and brown. I mean, you can actually see where there's a scuff mark on his knee of the brown, which is removed the paint.
Yeah, I see that.
Literally, it was all over the floor. There were just an inordinate amount of scuff marks there from these things getting knocked and thrown over. They were set back about a foot from the end of the thing, so they were getting knocked fully forward. And then I started putting them back further so they wouldn't get toppled over as far and come off. But that was the first time it had ever happened. And since then, all the other figurines have subsequently gotten knocked over figuratively. I was going to say a figure at least over 100 some odd times in some cases on some of them. And others, funny enough, once, twice. And you can bang the hell out of the canopy and nothing seems to jar them. And then an hour later, they'll just get knocked over, a couple of days or weeks later. I mean, I've gone through periods where they haven't been knocked over for like a month. And then all of a sudden, bam. Example, this past Sunday night, I had some friends over because my friend said it's the wolf full blood moon, however you say it.
Yeah.
And I was shocked, because those figurines probably got knocked over, I'd say about 20 times throughout the night.
Holy shit.
It never happened.
Wow.
It was crazy. We put them up, I banged the gosh darn canopy, they wouldn't move. 10 minutes later, 15 minutes, bam. It was just nuts. It was a crazy night that night, I have to admit.
And you got cameras monitoring everything too. I noticed.
Yeah, the house has got
the house infrareds.
There's 18 3-megapixel HD cameras with audio and with infrared sensors that they can shoot in the night. And yeah, I've captured EVPs, and I don't mean, when I say EVP means electronic voice phenomena. I'm not talking about a Frank's box, a spirit box, an echo box, the black box. Those, no. Not talking that. I'm talking to you. We're talking. I hear something. I go into the camera, into the program. There are 3 cameras in this room, for instance. One on the figurines, one over there shooting this way, and one shooting this way. And we can review it. And you'd be surprised at how many times you're going to pick up a voice of somebody who's not here, not you, not the dog, not the cat, speaking, clear as a bell.
Wow. That's crazy shit.
And I sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't, and by happenstance you're reviewing footage, and then you go, wait, who the hell is that? And you listen, you go, that isn't a human, because there's no human that was talking at the time, and no one was in the house with that vocalization, that tone of voice. And it's like, holy shit. So, and I mean, let's be honest here, I am not a paranormal investigator. I don't want to be known as a paranormal investigator. The field is way too catty. The idea that you buy devices to find a shortcut to communicate with spirits, where I don't ascribe to a lot of that stuff. I've had enough experiences here with the spirits talking overtly loud enough to be recorded without much modification. That's another thing I don't do. I don't sit there and put my my EVPs, through a mechanical device or an audio device to drop the lows, raise the highs, and to clear the filter. I'm talking raw. The only thing I might do is I might turn the volume up on the recording so you can hear it louder. Outside of that, it's all pure and simply the raw audio recording and with a video. And I'm honestly very proud of that, but I just enjoy the paranormal in a different way than wanting to go out there and go ghost hunting in different places. I've been doing it for years, and I've found that a lot of places that people don't know, which is 99.9% of the places that people inhabit today, are haunted. Because what I've seen is that hauntings are no more than a place that somebody who's passed away is coming back to visit, that it's an old memory. Such said the term, their old haunt. Places that they used to visit when they were alive, but they're coming back to when they're dead. And that's the truth, because people believe that the greatest place to find ghosts is a cemetery. With the exception of cemeteries that are battlefield grave sites, most cemeteries are really not that haunted. And I'll explain to you why I say that. Why would somebody be condemned to watch their mortal remains rot in the ground? You have to be the most vainglorious son of a bitch to want to do that. And even then, that must be disheartening and self-destructive. Somebody going, my eye just fell out of oh my God, just out of my skull, oh my God. I'm going to go putrid. Oh my God, I can't look at this anymore. No, that's your eternal damnation. I mean, it's one of the myths in the paranormal field that buzz the crap out of me. For instance, be careful what you wear, what you get dressed in the morning, because if you die, you're going to wear that for the rest of eternity. And it's like, excuse me, that goes along with the myth, like, well, I saw the headless horseman, he died as a Hessian and his head was blown off by a cannonball, and now he's condemned to come back for eternity with his head under his arm, resurging for his head. That's a myth. You want to tell me something? How does the poor son of a bitch who died in the goddamn tragic Starkist factory tuna plant accident, who was boiled and basically put into goddamn couple cases of Starkist tuna, what does he come back as? A gosh darn couple of cases of case boxes of Starkist tuna? Or does he come back as a guy on a silver platter with a bunch of Starkist tuna cans piled up in like a pyramid? So you look up and you go, oh my God, what's that? It's Ghost of Charlie Tuna, Starkist? What? A couple of cases of Starkist cans? What? Oh my God, there's something, it's mumbling. It sounds like, or for example, here's a better example. The poor bastard goes to an industrial wood chipper. He basically becomes sliced beef on a silver platter as a spirit. And you look at, oh my God, what's that? Goes, what is that? Ghost shit beef? I don't understand gibberish. Oh, I know who the hell that is. That's Josh Johnson. He's the guy who died in that industrial wood chipper accident. Oh, that's why he can't talk. He's all sliced beef. Oh, God. I mean, come on. It doesn't work like that. When you die, the moment you die, your body and your soul separate. So the second they pick up that body, that soul is nowhere near that body. It's somewhere the hell else. So what I figured is the only time when a cemetery or graveyard is going to be haunted are the examples when somebody who's died has mourners We can't let go of that person's memory. Such an example would be the woman in black who returned to Rudolph Valentino's grave every year since the day he died and would put a rose on his grave and would appear at his gravesite all dressed in black and then would disappear. That makes sense because when that person was alive, the mourner kept going to Valentino's gravesite and putting the rose on it every year. That was her life when she did it when she was alive. So it was her old haunt because that's what she's tied to. It would be a mourner coming back to the gravesite as a spirit because they did it when they were alive. Because otherwise, rationally and logically speaking, how many people go to graveyards when they're alive? You sit there and you buy a grave plot, unless you're morbid, and you go, that's where I'm going to spend eternity. You go there every week to look at the plot of land where you're going to be buried in? No, you don't. So most of the time it doesn't make sense. That's why I kind of like say to things like, why would the ghost come back to his dead body where his bones are? Because you rang them up and said, hello, I'm here at Charlie Chaplin's grave, and yes, can I see Mr. Chaplin's spirit, please? And you said, no, thank you. It doesn't work like that. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, in any event, what else?
So can you share the history, from when the house was built, when you first broke ground to build the house?
Yeah, when we bought the lot, it was 1999, January, 20 years ago. Jesus, time flies. And it was interesting. When I came up here, my dad was like, all right, we're going to build. I was like, all right, great. We bought the lot. It was interesting. We had some laborers finally when we started actually building the house. Some strange things were happening. And I could just feel like there was just a difference in the energy. You could feel like presences, multiple spirits visiting. And it was like, I don't feel like I'm not alone. I said, Jose, what? And it would be behind me. It's like I could feel somebody come up behind me. And I go, yeah, what? Jose? Jeff? Robert? Roberto, where are you? And upstairs. And objects, tools would go missing from one room. They end up in another room. And it's like the guy said, David, did you come by last night after the that we wrapped up last night? I said, do what? Why would I? Because the tools were on the third floor. We can't find this, and oh no, we found them there. So we need to go to the second floor in another room. I'm going, why would you blame me for taking your tools from the third floor and putting them on the second floor? I said, I don't care where you put your tools. They're your tools. And then towards the end of construction, about 6 months before we were done, one of my laborers, I assembled other laborers up where the dining room is. I said, hey, you 5 guys, you've been here for the past 2 years working. Have any of you guys had any strange experiences? And one guy goes, yeah. About 6 months ago, I'm in the 3rd level working, about 10 after 6. Everybody's gone, and I'm wrapping up in the middle of summer. And I hear footsteps coming from the top floor. And I hear footsteps and voices coming from the top floor. So I haul ass to come up there. I think it's you and your father coming up to see how the construction's going. So Dan goes, So we mean, because there's no one there. I go out onto the street, I look up the street, I look down the street, not a car. So I said, what do you do? Because I went back downstairs and started working. I said I must have been hearing something, some echoes from some of the neighbors. I don't know. Okay. He says, I go back downstairs, and 5 minutes later, again, voices and footsteps coming from the top floor. So I grab my hammer, and this time I'm taking it seriously, because this is just strange as hell. So he goes, I go up to the top floor, I look through every inch of the place, there's nothing there, no one around. Go outside in the driveway, took another look, and said, that's it, I'm done. I went downstairs and started packing my bags. The next thing I know is I hear the footsteps coming down the spiral staircase. And he goes, at the time, they only have the wood planks in there. I said, yeah, I understand. I remember the 2x12s. He goes, yeah. And they're coming down the staircase, and they're getting louder and louder. So I was in the main room, and I get in between the two rooms. I get the little door out over there, and I'm sitting there about 10 feet from the gosh darn landing, and they're getting louder and louder until they got so loud it sounded like it hit to the bottom of the landing and it stopped. So I come running out to look to see if I was there. There's nothing there. Then it happens. Because it's 90 degrees. I said, I know. Because I feel all of a sudden I feel this ice cold 2-inch band of freezing air come whiz across the back of my neck between my hairline and my gosh darn back. So yeah, he goes, it's ice cold, man, because I can't explain it. So all of a sudden the chill goes up and down my spine, up the top of my neck, all the way down to the bottom of my ass. And he goes, and here's my head, here's my biceps there, and I scream, dos míos, llame boy. And I said, what? He goes, I'm reading, oh my God, I'm reading. I didn't come back for 6 weeks. I said, that's when he told the guys you're out of town to your sick mother, right? He goes, yeah. He goes, I remember that. She was supposed to put the gosh darn freaking tiles in the master bathroom. And I got so tired of waiting week in and week out for you to show up. I said, screw it, I'll do it myself. So I took it upon myself to put the tiles in the master bathroom. Big mistake. You know, it looks so easy when they take the gosh darn 12-inch by 12-inch piece of stone tile, slap on some gosh darn grout, the room, put it in place, and lay it in there, and it's perfect. Next one. And they're doing it like a conveyor belt. I got in there, I started doing it. I didn't realize how much more talent and skill it takes to do what seems to be a simple job, because they had experience doing it that's all down to them. To me, it was a CF, a cluster. Total, to this day, the whole rest of the house, the tiles are perfect in every single bathroom. In mine, not so. No. There's no rhyme or reason to the pattern of the natural stones. Some of the tiles are a little higher than others, some are a little closer than others, some are a little wider than others. It just doesn't look like the rest of the house. And that's the master bathroom. So when people say, oh, this story isn't true, I go, really? Next time we come to visit the house, we'll take a little trip into my master bathroom. I'll take you through the entire house, the kitchen and all the bathrooms, all 5 bathrooms. And then you get to mine, the 4 bathrooms, and then you get to mine. And I'll ask you if you notice the difference in the tiles. And you'll go, oh my God, you're not lying. You say, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Because the story is true. It's perfectly honestly true. And here's the fact that you can still to this day see the handiwork that I did personally, because I couldn't stand waiting for my contract labor to come back to put in the tile. So because of my impatience, my story's got a claim and a kernel of truth to back it up. Because most people wouldn't go and do something so god-awful to make a story some 17 years later ring true.
Wow.
Oh, you'll see it. I'll show you.
The house has a history, though, that's for sure.
Personally, when I see you here this weekend, you'll go,
yeah,
this looks like,
Hey, guys, I put a link in the description box or the comment box for David Oman's website. You can check out some more stuff on there.
Yeah, youtube.com/David Oman, O-M-A-N.
Real easy to go to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going there Saturday. It's gonna be really cool. I can't wait.
Oh, we had some 17-mile-an-hour winds howling up the canyon last night and this morning.
Oh, Santa Ana winds.
Oh, the winds just put more energy into the house. There's more stacked electricity in this house now. And as what Barry said was years ago, he says, you know, my theory is when there's Santa Ana winds running up and down the canyons here, and they're blowing heavy and hard, there's more air, there's more ionic discharge and more, static electricity that's in the air that's being generated, and a lot of it's getting deposited in the house. And he says, I theorize that you're going to have a spike in increase in activity as a result. Yeah, I've had these figurines get knocked down in the past since last night, 3 times already today. 3 different figurines already, 3 different times. I'm like going, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And I mean, it was so loud this morning that it sounded like a freight train was literally driving up the canyon. It was so vicious this morning. It was just crazy, howling. So yeah, this weekend's going to be a hot weekend.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be locked and loaded. So yeah, it's gonna be insane. So what time you want us to be there?
I'd say like around 6:30.
Okay.
It'll be a hoot. It will definitely be active. Let me show you guys some photographs since I've got these things, these powers.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you. Do you have those photographs of those light flares? Those were amazing. You had it's like a light, like a beam of light from one of your 35 millimeter cameras.
That might be on. That's probably on the digital behind me on this big screen. There's one. There's a 35 millimeter right here. With this anomaly right here, should not be here. This is with 35 millimeter 400 speed film.
Right.
This is, again, this should not be here. Then we have this going from the dining room into the living room, and you can see this black mass.
Oh yeah, you can totally see that.
That is not a camera strap, and unfortunately, your audience can't see it enough. Is the fact that this is actually translucent. You can see right through parts of that. And this is the second picture. The first picture, this black mass is just starting to appear right here in the corner.
Wow.
And then this is the famous, this was shot 15 years ago on the 35th anniversary of the murders. High-speed film, 35 millimeter, 800 speed, and you can see this. That is actually transparent. It's actually, you can see right through it, and you can see the details of the girl's open purse and the couch cushions. Is that the right angle for you guys, the right height?
Yeah, that's totally crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that was the first one. That was the first ghost picture I had. And to give you an idea of what kind of lengths I go to, let me show you the camera.
That is absolutely crazy, guys.
Those pictures were taken with this POS camera that I got at Target. The reason why I bought this the day of the anniversary that when I shot those pictures is because I wanted a piece of crap camera that I could not be accused of doing anything with. It's a simple point, shoot, press the button, and manually advance. You cannot take double exposure photographs with this.
Right.
It's stupid, it's simple, it can't be more than you can focus. You can go zoom in and zoom out. That's about as much as you can do with this thing. And that's it. It has no focus, it has nothing. So the pictures I'm showing you were shot with that specifically with the reason that I wanted to capture things if I could. Like this.
That's the one I'm talking about.
This was shot between, again, going from the dining room into the living room. And you can see those 2 bright things. And if you notice, there's actually made up of balls of energy. It's not solid matter.
Right.
What's interesting, this color is not unique. It's in different colors. It's the pattern that we're talking about, the connection of orbs.
Hey, David, can you lower that down a little bit so they can see the top portion of it?
How's that?
Let me see. Yeah, perfect. You see that, guys?
And no, I didn't see the objects there before. I randomly was shooting the photographs. Let me get to this one. This one was shot.
Wow, that's one of the.
But again, that same pattern of that blue and the orbs, the dots, the spiral connection points.
Wow.
And that's at the end of the driveway on that 35th anniversary. Where is it? Oh, 1 second. Where is it?
That was amazing.
Some of the photographs shot in the house. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Hold on, guys.
Okay. Hey, guys, don't forget to go to his YouTube channel and subscribe to his channel. He's got a lot of great content on there. And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. He's always releasing stuff. So don't forget that, guys.
This was shot in the house. Yeah, I have to bring it up since it's a small. Tell me where the picture's good. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That was shot in this house the same evening, a few hours before the other one was shot. Look at that same blue pattern. And we were, my mom's second cousin was videoing it, and he saw nothing in the video when we played it, when I took the picture.
Wow. That right there is an amazing, amazing shot.
Similar pattern again of the light energy there that's appearing. And then here's another one.
Okay. Raise that one up a little bit more, David. Waiting for the picture to go back. What happened? Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm seeing you now. It was lagging for a little bit. I don't know why.
There
we go.
Never easy to work with. So those are some of the photographs that have been shot here at the house. Give you an idea. And there's plenty of videos that I've got on my channel. Again, if it doesn't pass the smell test, I don't put it on. I can debunk it. I mean, I've had videos that I've, captured, it's like, all right, well, I've gone through the house and said, all right, so that was that. I can debunk that. I don't put them up because there's no point. If I can debunk it, I'm not going to post it because somebody else can debunk it.
Yeah, that's amazing shit. That's some crazy shit.
Right. I wouldn't trade it in the world.
Wow.
And the fact that Zach Baggins can't come back here, and the fact that the truth behind the Barry Taft stories is that Barry wanted to turn the house into a paranormal hotspot where researchers come. I said, I'm not turning my house into a lab rat. I said, it's not going to happen. I said, he goes, well, I have to leave then. I can't be involved with this because we're going to do television shows. It will ruin my credibility. It's like, huh? I don't get it, Barry. So Barry and I, stopped, engaged, bothering with one another and hanging out. And that was about 2005, 2006, and that was it. So everything that he said since is a little bit of a, of a fabrication or an embellishment or just a change in the story because he needs to keep himself current. I don't know. But, to me, living with the paranormal is nothing more than just being respectful to those who have died and not being afraid of that thing, of the things we can't, understand or know.
Yeah, there's one video I did watch where a wine bottle actually fell right out of the rack for no apparent reason. The
wine bottle. Yeah, well, again, they didn't break they didn't break the wine bottle, did they? But they let you know they're there in a dramatic fashion, which the kids were like, oh my God, the wine bottle's good. And they didn't. The kids did not touch the wine rack. If you notice in that video, the wine rack is totally stationary. And I've gone in there since and tried to pull the wine bottle out, and it don't happen. Because once it falls off the back rack, it stops down. It has to come out about halfway before the bottle tips over and falls out of the rack.
And then I watched another video, because I watched a lot of them. There was another video when Aaron was there, and he felt a lot of energy. He was all freaked out. Funny shit.
There's also in that same room the butcher block that spins off the television set and falls down onto the floor right before the doorway. So yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, lots of stuff that's happened here, but again, nothing that's bad or dangerous.
Yeah, that's. I can't wait to go, guys. We're looking forward to go there, and I can't wait to. I can't wait to do it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a treat for us.
It will be a fun weekend. I have a feeling.
Oh yeah. And you said that we'll be allowed to film in that location with our little cameras, right? We have infrared.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And I already, let everybody know the rules and stuff. We're not gonna. That's another thing, you guys. You guys been asking if we're gonna live stream. We are not live streaming there. That is absolutely. That's a no. It's not gonna happen. I know you guys want it, but it ain't gonna happen. So, that's it.
There might be a change in plan on that one.
Oh shit. David's might change his mind. So I don't know.
Not me. It's like the contract. That's why.
Yeah. So we'll let David call it.
That's still up in the air. So.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, David. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to have you on here today. It's a treat.
My pleasure.
And I'm sure everybody here that's watching, leaving comments here, they're pretty stoked to have you on here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be on and talk with your audience about my crazy story. Hey, what do you expect me to go? Look at those! Oh my God, sad dragons! Ah! That's what scares me, man.
Awesome.
That bozo clown, my God. Hearing him talk about, oh, I got some haunted objects in the Titanic. What are you talking about, you stupid fuck? Yeah, I got news for your audience. You want to go to a haunted museum? Go to your local antique store. You'll get the gosh darn goods of things that are from people that are dead. Because they're an antique store, that is. You don't have to spend $70 to go into, or $80, whatever it is, to go to Zach Bagans Haunted Museum to see what? Elvis Presley's toothbrush? It's haunted! The fuck? Pardon my French. Charles Manson dentures are not freaking haunted. I'm sorry. I don't get that. You got his trash can or his toilet. Do you have his toilet roll holder from his bathroom? He's got Liberace's toilet roll holder. Okay, that's haunted. What the hell is with this? That is not making any goddamn sense. That means that every freaking item that somebody owned that is now deceased is haunted because it's going to reside in Zach Bagans' museum. Crap, what is he going to do? Take Jimi Hendrix's toilet and say, where's the toilet from Jimi Hendrix's hotel room where he died? I own it. It's haunted. That haunted farts. Come on. I mean, I think that resides in the town of the real circus sideshow, Las Vegas, where you've got the tourist trap with tourist traps. You got all those different little tiny little niche museums in Las Vegas.
Hey, David, I gotta read this to you. This is actually funny. Someone said Zach is over dramatic, and that was from one of our teammates.
He's definitely over dramatic, and I'll tell you a story about Zach when he was here. They were here for 4 days. So the first day they were here, they were shooting interviews with me. The second day they were shooting interviews with other people. The third day they were shooting B-roll and reenactments. The fourth day was the actual lockdown. So Zach finally comes here to the lockdown, and I'm talking with him outside. He's like, it's great to meet you. I'd seen a few of their shows, but I didn't really care. I don't really watch that stuff. So I said, look, since you guys are in from Vegas, and you're going to be here for a couple of days, you guys want to come by tomorrow on your day off before you go back to Vegas? I cook a wicked barbecue, baby back ribs, and we can sit there and shoot the shit, and I can, relax and talk about the stuff at the house. Boy, was I a freaking moron on that note. He goes, no, man. By that I mean I was an idiot to think that this person or the persona on the television screen that you fucking see, pardon me if I go Louis Black on us, I see this guy on TV, and I think, oh yeah, he's real. He's the goddamn real deal, isn't he? He's professional. He's a ghost hunter. I get to meet the son of a bitch, and I said, hey, how'd you like to come by on your day off with the crew, and we'll talk this shit, and we'll shoot this shit not on camera, and we'll show some videos. And his response is, I'm sorry, I got this chick flying in from out of town. What kind of an idiot are we talking about here? The man lives in the most transient goddamn city in the United fucking States. Las fucking Vegas. You know what I mean? He lives in Las Vegas. People come in that town for 2 days and leave. That's what I call fucking a fair town. You come in for your affair and you fly the hell out from your affair. And whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But with Zach, he lives in Vegas and comes down late to have a fleeting Twix affair. That's laugh. I mean, but that's really what happened. I was like, really?
Hey, what do you think of Nick, though? I like Nick. When he was with Ghost Adventures.
Nick.
I thought Aaron was pretty funny. Aaron's pretty funny, but
Aaron's the goat. Aaron's the goat of the show. Nick was the goat of my episode, but in general, Aaron's the goat of the show. Aaron's the guinea pig. Aaron, go into that fucking room and deal with a fucking ghost. Go. Do. You're a little fucking monkey with wings. Go fly down there and fucking see what's going on. Go shoot. That's what Zach does with Aaron. Now so more so than because Nick's gone. Nick's a nice guy, I guess. He's got his own thing going with his own shows and stuff. And I don't get in the middle of between Nick and Zach. I don't take sides. I just know from my personal experiences that what Zach did in his book and what he about me being a poltergeist agent and possessed, and now come to find that Zach's getting possessed on every freaking episode of Ghost Adventures now. It's kind of like going, monkey see, monkey don't do. Don't throw shit at the people that's in the outside the cage. Throw it at yourself, Zach, because that's who needs to be throwing the shit at yourself. Throw it in the mirror. I mean, the whole thing with him is he went off on a tangent in Aftershocks and said that I'm possessed, and he brought Barry and I back together to being friends. It's like, no, I literally had lost contact with Barry. I didn't have any ill feelings about Barry, and nor did Barry have any ill feelings about me. He said that he had gone to the hospital every time he'd come to this house, where in fact, I know the person that drove Barry to this house every single time he came here, and drove Barry back home after every visit to this house. And that person, Jeff, my friend Jeff, Mandel said, I never took Barry to any fucking hospital after he came to your house. Not one single time did I ever take him to an urgent care even after he took your house. So that story is so much blown up bullshit. It's not funny, which Zach goes back to because it sounds dramatic and it makes for a good copy, but it's not true. He never did. Barry never went to the hospital. He got feeling uneasy at one point, but never to the hospital. So, it's just nonsense. Like I said, a lot of these people in the paranormal field are just what they are. Like Dana Workman said, she said, I'm an actress. I'm just a very attractive girl that's on the show with Jack Osborne. And that's what I am. I don't know very much about the paranormal at all. And that's for the goddamn truth, is for a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like, look at Zach. He had the opportunity to come here to hang at the house without the paranormal television crew here to be able to experience it. You'd think that he'd say, I'm only going to be here for lunch because I want to come back and check it out now. So we just hang out and stuff. Same with Josh Gates. I've asked Josh Gates to come here a dozen times, half dozen times in person. Not one single time has he ever taken me up on the offer.
Wow.
Destination unknown, fact or fake. All right, so come on. I mean, Bill Murphy's been here a few times, a fact or fake. So I give him credit for that. But, there are a lot of them, like Chip Coffey's been invited to come up here. Has he ever come up here? No. So, I even took up the great Randy on his $1 million, offer for proof of the paranormal. Turned out he was a huge fraud to boot. I got an email back response from like 4 years ago saying, we'll look into it. Never heard a thing after that. Which led me to believe that the $1 million award was $1 million of bullshit. It was just a publicity stunt. There was never a bank account with $1 million in it to back up that check, and the check was basically written on air. So, it's kind of funny when you call out these people on both sides of the coin, between the skeptics and then the true believers. What you really find out the truth in the lay of the land is. It's not always what you would hope it would be.
Wow. So how many floors in your house?
3 floors.
3 floors? And you got I bet you probably got over what, 30 cams, 40? Something like that, or what? Around there?
At what?
I'm saying you probably got about 30 cameras with the IR lights on it. What's the total?
No. In the house, there's 16 cameras. There's 18 cameras on this floor. Example, this floor's got the most cameras. This has got 6 cameras on this floor. Then the master bedroom's got a camera. The hallway's got a camera. The back was the egress in the back has got 2 cameras. The office has got a camera. Then you've got the 3rd level has got 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras in there, 2 in each room. And then you've got your earthen wall room, which has got 3 cameras.
Wow. So basically, when I take my camera in there, because I got infrareds on it, it'll light up like a Christmas tree. I don't even need to put the IR lights on. You won't need it.
I've got infrared LED floodlights as well to support it, so that's not even needed.
Wow. And the basement, is there a basement where, like, because I saw in one of your videos, there was like a big dirt pile, and a lot of people go in there, they feel like energy in there.
That's the earthen wall room. That's the room that's right behind the 3rd floor guest bedroom bathroom.
Wow.
And the only thing is, if there's a wall that divides the bathroom, and then the floor continues for a few feet, and then the mound of earth is right there exposed.
And which room was Aaron standing in on that video when he was freaking out and he said, "Oh, there's dark energy in here. I'm feeling it." And he was like going off on it. I mean, he was just like, it looked like he was scared.
He was scared, well, let's not get into why he was scared. That's something I don't get into people's heads about why. But yeah, he had an experience there. But I think it also had to do with the fact that they were unwelcome guests,
right?
Disrespectful guests, and as a result, their experience would have to be completely innocuously of their own experience. It could not be. I would not consider that experience. That would be what you would call a run-of-the-mill experience of paranormal activity in the house. I think that would be very, very limited and specific to somebody that would have the certain characteristics of a disrespectful individual on a very, very high level. I mean, it's
Okay, something happened here. Just went frozen. I don't know what happened. I think I lost him. Let me see if I lost him. Are you guys still here in the room? Can you guys still see me? Yeah, it looks like we lost Pitcher. He bounced out. I don't know what happened. He didn't bounce, but I think we lost feed. And can you guys see me right now? Yeah, I'm on right now. I can see myself on the screen. So I don't know what happened. We completely lost him. Shoot. I think it's on his end. Yeah, because I'm showing. Yeah. Let me see something. Let me see if I can get him back over here. Yeah, I just lost. Okay, there he's back. He's back, guys.
Yeah, God damn it, battery ran dead.
Hey, at least you're back.
Sorry about that, folkies. Yeah, I saw the light go black out. Go.
You might want to move the camera up a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great. We kind of crotch. Thanks. That's always a pleasant shot. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
how you doing? This is Gravy Train Omen. Gravy Train Omen. That's right. How y'all doing? Y'all good there? We're all doing very good here, that's for sure. So let me just get my feet on up here and we'll talk.
So I heard you do an excellent barbecue. That's what I heard.
Yes, you heard correctly. You guys bring down you guys bring down some meat, I'll barbecue it up.
Yep, I heard. Can't wait to be there and try it out.
Yep, I thank you. This is my dog, Spot. Hey, Spot. You're not Spot? Who the hell are you? Oh, you're Fiona, the Ridgeback.
So, David, how many dogs do you have?
2 dogs and 4 cats.
2 dogs and 4 cats, and they all get along great, huh?
Yeah, they all get along very well. Hey, get out of the goddamn cat box, you idiot. Looking for a snack? You stupid dog, you. You literally going to the cat box. I'll have a little nugget. Have a nugget? You're sick. And you're not doing that either. So, what else do you guys want to know? Jesus Christ, don't you have a curfew or a time limit on you?
Yeah, I probably got to get off pretty soon. Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus Christ, what is it? There's 308, 408, 440. That's an hour and 38 minutes. Yeah.
Yep. Been on for a little while, but it was enjoyable, and everybody likes it. So
everybody likes it, yeah, except the dog. Hey, when am I going to eat my damn lunch? Am I going to eat anything at all today, Daddy? No, you're going to starve to death. Get used to it. Hounds. Never have a hound.
So hopefully it'll be a windy night. Actually, it's kind of be a little creepy. That'd be cool, and a full moon. That'd be awesome.
Is that happening this Saturday?
What's that?
Do you have a full moon this Saturday or what?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out though.
Check the numbers out on that.
Because we're leaving here. We're going to be leaving here because I'm in Santa Maria. I grew up in Simi Valley.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I used to hang out there when I was like in junior high and high school right there in Box Canyon Road where that Manson stuff happened over there. I guess that's where he lived or something. I don't know what the story is over there, but it was crazy. Yeah. I freaked out over there. Had a bad experience when I was a teenager.
Box Canyon is where what's-his-face really found the body parts of Shorty Shay off of Box Canyon.
Yeah. Box Canyon is a trip, man. I remember back in the day, the Hillside Strangler. Remember that shit?
Yep. 40 years ago.
Yep.
What's Bianchi, Kenneth Bianchi, and I forgot his cousin's name. Antonio Bruno, I think it was. Yeah, gosh, boy. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. Simi Valley's grown a lot. It's like crazy over there now. I remember it used to be one place.
It's it's LA sprawl. So I hope your audience is happy. Leave with something else to talk about, to have me back on again in the future for.
Yeah, we basically covered everything, the history, when it was built and all that stuff. And then we'll show some more Saturday when we're over there. Like I said, we're going to be leaving here probably around 10 in the morning. Puts us there about, well, how long does it take from Santa Maria to get there? You said about 3 hours, something like that.
Depending on traffic, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be there kind of early, and we'll be there the time you want us there. You said you want us there by 6:30, something around there, around that ballpark.
And like I said, if you guys are up for barbecuing, pick up some you know, whatever, and we'll throw it on the grill. Make sure it's dead though, not alive. I don't know kill it.
Oh,
put a lobster on there. Right. I'm going to do that. Right. I'm ghost lobsters walking around my house, itching my ass in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. We're looking forward to it. This is probably going to be the biggest one for us. I'll tell you that right now. Hands down. It's going to be the shit. Well, hey, David, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your story, because I do this once a week. Usually have people call in and share their paranormal story. And so far, since I started this, I've been hearing some weird shit. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I'm there, man.
Any questions from any of your audience members in the chat?
Actually, I could probably get somebody. Let me ask these guys. Hey, does anybody want to talk to David Oman? Have any questions? You can make it short and brief. Does anybody in the Let me. I'll post the number on.
I know I've never been scratched by a ghost, by a cat too many times, but never by a ghost.
Well, I'll bring up a story for you if you want to hear it. Take a minute of your time. Check this out. We did an investigation at a house over here in Santa Maria where 3 murders occurred. And my girlfriend, Cynthia, which she's part of our team, she's our photographer and historian, she got scratched on the neck, and I got my shirt pulled down in the basement.
Yeah, we've had it. No, I've had people that have been scratched and had their shirt pulled on video. We saw the shirt lift up, and then the guy's like, well, what the hell is that? And then the scratch is right in between the shoulder blades where he couldn't have reached. And I said, you got what you wanted. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, before you walked in there, I just heard you asked for physical proof, and you had a snide commentary about it. I'm like, no, I want some physical proof. And he goes, how did you know I said that? No one was there with me when I walked in there. I was like, yeah, but that's what you said, isn't it? He goes, I said, well, you got it. You pissed the spirits off enough by saying that. And I said, okay, he's physical, and there's some good little scratch on your back to let you know we're here.
Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm posting the number right now and see who calls in. There's the number, guys. So whoever wants to talk to David Oman, ask some questions, you can make it short and brief, and he'll answer them. Here's your chance.
Okay. Dog here. Good.
I'm gonna get my phone ready here to receive calls.
Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. Stop looking at the camera, you stupid idiot. Get over here. Pete, don't be a hazard. I'm Judge. That's a good one. Now look at the camera.
So if anybody wants to call to speak to David Oman, call that number right there in the chat room, in the chat box, and the line is open right now. It should work. I got it right plugged into the board, so it should be working fine.
No, don't look that way.
And guys, don't forget to go to his website. Check out, he's got a lot of good content on there as well, and a lot of information for you guys to look at and read. And also, he has videos on there. Now, he also has his YouTube channel. Don't forget to go to his channel, subscribe to his channel. If you're new on here, don't forget to subscribe to Presence of the Unknown as well. But please go to his channel. He's got some great content on there. And then once you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell, so that way you don't miss anything in the future, because he's releasing stuff all the time. So yeah, please do that.
Yeah, the road is ringing right up. Look, ain't it?
Hey, that's a cool dog, man.
Yeah, he's talking to you. You're a cool dog. He's laughing at you, not at me. He's laughing at you. Look, the guy, the voice. My other dog's a little bit more sensitive and cognitive to listening. Like, what? You're talking to me? Okay, I'll talk right back to the voice. Fiona's not exactly that. This is Fiona, Rhodesian Ridgeback. Do not see it. He's talking to you. The guy in the freaking box. Right there, back there talking to you. You don't want to play anymore, do you? You really don't. You done? Get out of here. Go.
Cool dog. Awesome.
Ready, your turn. Load him up. Bring in the top dog, Reggie.
Okay, guys, come on. Someone's got a call here.
Reggie.
Oh, come on now. Don't be afraid.
Reggie. I lost another dog. Reggie.
Yeah, Kayoko, he has an awesome dog. He's got like, how many dogs you got, Dave? You got 3 dogs?
4 cats.
And 4 cats.
Yeah.
And I want to thank everybody here for joining today's live stream. This is a treat for me and the group for having David Oman on here. And as you guys know, we are going to his house Saturday. And again, right now there's no live streaming allowed. I know people have been asking, but David mentioned earlier, well, that could change. So we'll see what happens.
Come on, don't be. You're the top dog, not the lost dog. Come here. Come on. That's my boy. Well, look.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Okay, guys, the line is open. If we have, come on, we got to get some volunteers here. Here's your chance to speak to them before we get off today. So the line is open. Call that number that I posted on the screen there. And up again. How's the weather over there, David?
Windy, cold, and clear. I'm not a weatherman, you know. Oh, it's 55 degrees, and it's about 25 degrees. It's actually relative humidity is 24.2%.
Yeah, I was just wondering what it's like over there right now because I'm
6.5%.
It's always freaking cold over here.
Well, it's cold. I mean, this morning was 52 degrees in the first thing in the morning. I mean, it might be a little colder where you are because you're further up north, and it's probably more mountains there. It was like 40 degrees there in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'm right by the ocean, kind of.
Oh, you get cold.
Yep. I do like this area though. Central Coast is nice. We got Pismo Beach, which is nice. Shell Beach.
I was there a few years back. Yeah, Pismo's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it is, and there's actually some really cool places around here to go to do investigations. Actually, pretty cool around here, especially Cambria. Oh my God, Cambria is. Whew, I wish I lived there. That's beautiful there.
Lots of activity in Cambria. Lots of history too, going back to the gold rush days.
Yep.
So no calls, huh? All
yep.
right.
Looks like we're basically done. Let's see. I'm surprised that my one of the guys on our team, he's our ITC guy, researcher. Oh, wait a minute, we got a caller.
I heard that.
Hold on a second. Here we go. Hello.
Murad from the Haunted Explorers.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Murad.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? You are talking to David Oman now. You're live.
Hey, David. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I can barely hear him.
You can barely hear him? Let me turn him up.
Yeah.
Very good. How are you?
Hey, David. Remember me from the Las Vegas Paracon? When you came out here?
Of course, I remember the Paracon. And who's this?
You can't.
Hello?
You can't hear him?
No, I
Nope.
didn't hear his name.
My volume's all the way up. I can't hear nothing. I can hear you.
Okay, let me hold on a second. You should be able to hear him because I can't control that.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Can you hear him now?
Yeah, I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, I remember the Paracon in Vegas about 8 years ago now.
Well,
Can you hear
anyway,
me?
and I asked him about when I come out there, if can I stay in a room by myself and see if I can experience anything alone, even the most haunted room there.
Did you hear that, David?
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a problem. I have people try that all the time.
He said absolutely.
Oh, okay. And what's the most terrifying thing that happened to him when he was there while he's there?
Wow, terrifying. For the most part, people have asked me terrifying, and I've had experiences that are startling, meaning that they startled me at the moment, but nothing that was long-lasting and terrifying and scary or anything like that. Seeing Jay Seaver was probably the most amazing experience I've ever had, was seeing the apparition of Jay in the middle of the night 15 years ago in 2004. But it wasn't scary. I've never felt scared or terrified in any way, shape, or form of anything that I've experienced here.
Did you get that, Murad? You probably have to open up another device to hear it because I can't control that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get this.
That's what a lot of people do is they open up another device. I got like 3 freaking devices open here, so I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he remembers me from the Paracon.
Do you, David? He's asking if you remember him.
Hard to remember that many.
With the Purdy's. Come with the Purdy's.
Pardon? The Purdy's, yes, of course.
Yes, he said.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because remember I tried to a while back, and we went up there, and he was actually out of town or something. I forgot what happened, but we were going to go up there and investigate it even before Ghost Adventures was there.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was awesome. But yeah, he was cool. When I remember, I helped him get all his luggage and stuff out of his car.
That's right. Do you remember that? Yes.
Get on right now.
Yeah, David says he remembers that.
Thank you. I remember that. You helped my ass out. I remember that.
He said thank you. He remembers that.
Okay, hold on. I'm going on my laptop now. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you need to open up another device. So anybody that calls in, please make sure you open up another device. If you're on your computer, just open up your phone. That way you can hear the volume, as long as it's not too loud where it's echoing, because you will get feedback.
Okay. Well, anyways, my other question was, has he ever got attacked really bad?
Never. And I don't anticipate ever having that happen.
Did you hear what he said?
No, I'm still trying to log in. Sorry.
Oh, okay. He said never.
Oh, yeah. I heard what he said about the attack. Never been attacked. And I personally do not ever anticipate ever being attacked by a spirit. I don't see that. I just don't see that.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're still logging in?
But yeah, so yeah. Okay. It's finally coming in. Woohoo! Hold on, give it a second. I had to turn on my laptop.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Google Hangouts. You can't really control that when you have somebody call in. It's kind of, you got to be on another device to hear it. Actually you have to go on the YouTube channel and just open it up.
Yeah.
So.
Actually. Okay, now I can hear.
Now, do you have any other questions?
Yeah. One more. How long are we going to be there for? Yeah. One more. How long are we going to be there for? How many hours?
Oh, yeah. David, did you hear what he asked?
I guess he's going to talk about this Saturday night.
Yeah, he wants to know how long we're going to be there.
From till about 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, he said.
Yeah, he wants to know how long we're going to be there. Okay. All righty. Well, that's all the questions I have then.
Okay.
All right.
There.
Let me call in, and I really appreciate it.
So, David, just to let you know, that was Murad. He's going to be there Saturday with us.
All right. Looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Murad.
Thank you again for calling in, Murad.
Have a good day.
You too.
I'll see you on chat.
All right. Bye. That was Murad with Haunted Explorers. So that was cool. Well, at least we got one caller. Who's next? All right. Let's see who calls next. And just remember, whoever does call, make sure that you open up another device and do not have it too loud, because it's going to feed back and you're going to hear like doubling in the voices. So. Oh, here we go. We got it. Hey.
I split. It's 5 o'clock, and I've got an appointment at 5:05.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to go?
No, I mean, we'll take the call because I heard the call come in, but after.
Yeah, we got a call right now. Hold on a second. We'll take this one right.
Awesome.
Hello.
Augustino Paranormal.
To accept, press 1.
Yeah.
I've sent the caller to voicemail. Goodbye.
You sent him the voicemail?
What the hell happened?
You sent him the voicemail. I heard.
No, I didn't do anything. It was weird. Johnny, call back again, please.
Do so. We didn't do that on purpose.
No, I didn't. Something happened. That was like that was
Don't
weird.
interfere. It's not really polite to fuck with somebody else's radio show. Jesus.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Call from.
What the hell, Joe?
Here, I got it. Hold on a second, dude. You're on air, man.
Voicemail, press 2. To accept.
What the hell's going on?
Did it send it to voicemail again?
Yeah, it's not working. Something's wrong. Yeah, it's not. Okay. The best bet, Johnny, is to call my personal number. Just call my personal number. You got the number. It's not working.
My spirits are playing with it, okay?
Yeah.
Put it on my ass and my spirits ass.
Yeah, for some reason. Okay. Hold on.
Call from.
Dude, you hung up on me. I was about to.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Oh my God, this is
To
ridiculous.
accept, press.
All right, you're there, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, now it's working. All right, we got him. We got to make this short and brief because he's got to go.
My spirits are playing with it.
So I don't even know what to say now. Literally, I lost my train of thought. Well, I guess we're going down there at 6:30. I just wanted to ask him what kind of wine does he drink, so I'll bring some of that killer wine that I got down there for him.
David, what kind of wine do you drink?
You got it there. That's it, baby. I'm not much of a wine drinker myself.
Oh yeah, I couldn't hear shit. Hold on.
Yeah, he's
There's a delay.
Yeah, you got to keep, like I said earlier, you got to keep away from the. You got to open two devices to hear them.
I know. I'm watching it on.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah, because you're calling in. If you're calling on the same device and you're trying to hear, it's not going to work.
I got it on two different. Anyways, whatever. Should be fun, huh?
Oh
We
yeah,
have a good time. We'll go down there.
yep. It's going to be a blast.
All right. Well.
Yep, and
burgers or something, and like I said, if you guys bring some burgers and corn, we'll barbecue. We'll do the whole yards.
yeah, he said we can bring some burgers, corn, whatever,
Beer.
beer. So
Bring some tri-tip down there for him.
yeah, David, you want some tri-tip?
Okay, I mean, usually when I cook tri-tip, I usually cut it up into fillets, since it cooks a lot better than cooking it in a roast.
Oh yeah,
It's like for you, like an hour and a half, you can cook a roast. But I can cook the medallions cut from the tri-tip in like 20 minutes, so that's not a problem. Throw some balsamic vinegar, some chopped garlic, stuff like that, and bam.
They just asked him.
okay, go ahead, Johnny.
Nothing. I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but there's such a delay that it's hard to keep track of the conversation.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of tough to do. It's actually tough.
You got to figure out how to put it on to where we can hear him talk.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it is what it is.
it is set up that way, but
Hey, and look forward to tell him I said, hey, what's up, and I look forward to meeting him.
yeah, he can hear you.
I can hear you. I look forward to meeting you too. Like I said, it'll be one of your favorite paranormal investigations ever. I promise you. You got to go. This was the best.
I can't hear shit. All right, well, I'm going to get off.
We ghost hunted.
All right, man. All right,
bro.
we'll see you Saturday. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, see ya.
It'll be a blast. Get here at 6 o'clock. Bring the food. We'll grill it up. You guys are like, this is some house and a half and a house and a half.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So it's all set, guys. We're going.
Do it about 6 o'clock. That way, it's not too late. It'll still be light. You get to walk, feel the energies, and like I said, you'll see the distinct difference between day and night in the house and the area.
Right. Okay, we can. So you want us there by 6?
Yeah, be here by 6. Like I said, bring the food. We'll marinate. We'll talk. We'll do some stuff around here. We'll shoot the shit. We'll have guacamole. I have hors d'oeuvres and stuff already and stuff. But it'll be a party like nobody's business.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So we're gonna call it so he can get going. But guys, that was awesome to have him on here. So don't forget to go to his YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to his website. The links were posted earlier.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you would, please.
Yes, that you guys definitely should do. So, hey, thank you.
By which they now qualify you if you're value to an asset or not. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Well, hey, David, it's been fun, man. I can't wait to meet you and get over there and hang out. It's gonna be way cool, man. I'm looking.
And a shout out to John Agostino as well. Look forward to meeting him too with you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He just started a paranormal channel, so he's gonna be thrilled to get in there, man.
Oh yeah. No, it'll be a hoot. I'm telling you, guys are gonna be in for one hell of a treat.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much, David, and I'll see you Saturday. I'm going to end this live stream. It's been fun. Thank everybody here for joining. And again, don't forget to go subscribe to his channel. Go to his website. You guys are going to see some amazing content on there. I watched a lot of it, and it's pretty amazing shit. So go over there.
I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. Thank you, David, so much. Have a good day, and we will see you Saturday.
I'll see you Saturday. You all have a good night. And don't be afraid of ghosts. You have more to fear from the living than you do the dead.
All right, man. I won't. Take it easy, man.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take it easy, everyone. We're out.